Hey there, everyone. So let's sit down and have a real talk about something that's been on my mind lately. There's this undeniable comfort in knowing that your pantry is stocked with food that's not only long lasting, but also didn't cost you a fortune. In these unpredictable times, where it feels like we're constantly dodging unexpected challenges, being prepared can really give you a sense of security. Have you been to your local market lately? It's pretty hard to miss the dwindling supplies on the shelves. And what's more disheartening is watching those prices steadily climb. It's a real struggle, particularly for those in our community who are stretching every dollar. And this isn't just happening out of the blue. There are real issues, like decreased agricultural production, that are contributing to this situation. Now let me share something that's been on my mind a lot: setting up a prepper's pantry. If this is a new concept for you, or you've been thinking about it but haven't started, now is definitely the time. I've put together a list of 10 essential food items that you should consider. And if you're wondering how to begin, don't worry. You don't need to head straight to Walmart. Any grocery store can be your starting point. Just be mindful about what you're adding to your cart. And if you're trying to be economical, I've got some good news for you. These items are budget friendly. Plus, if you have a little extra to spend, consider buying in bulk. It's a real lifesaver, both for your wallet and in making sure you're ready for whatever comes our way. But let's be cautious too. While hunting for those bargains, it's important not to get tempted into buying things that won't last. We're aiming to be prepared, but it's equally important to be wise with our choices. So before we jump into the list of those 10 essential foods to stock up on before winter shortages hit, if you find this information helpful, show some love. You see that subscribe button? Go ahead and click it. And if you're feeling extra supportive, why not give this video a thumbs up? Let's tackle this together, stocking up our pantries one shelf at a time. Number 1. Canned tomatoes. These crimson gems are a kitchen lifesaver. I mean, think about it. How often do you find yourself in a pinch, wanting to whip up a quick and delicious meal? Canned tomatoes have your back. They come in various forms, from whole to diced or crushed, and they're the Swiss Army knife of ingredients. Picture this. You're craving a hearty pasta sauce and voila! You crack open a can of tomatoes, sauteed some garlic and onions, toss them in, and let the magic happen. Tomato soup? A breeze. Stews and curries? Done and done. Their versatility knows no bounds. But it's not just about convenience. Canned tomatoes pack a nutritional punch too. They're loaded with essential vitamins and the antioxidant lycopene. Interestingly, lycopene is more readily absorbed by our bodies when the tomatoes are cooked, making canned tomatoes a fantastic source. And let's not forget their incredible shelf life. No need to worry about them going bad. They're there when you need them. Number 2. Coconut milk. This is the ingredient that adds a touch of tropical paradise to your dishes. The creamy, dreamy texture and that sweet, nutty flavor make it a superstar in Asian cuisines. Imagine whipping up a spicy Thai curry or a soothing coconut-infused soup. And don't limit its talents to savory dishes. Coconut milk can also work its magic in desserts, giving them a rich and exotic flair. Plus, it's a boon for anyone looking for dairy alternatives. Vegans, rejoice! Coconut milk is your go-to for creamy goodness without the cow. And much like canned tomatoes, coconut milk can hang around in your pantry for ages, especially in its trusty canned form. Number 3. Kefir grains. Before you get confused, these aren't your typical grains like rice or quinoa. No sir. These are like little microbial magicians that turn plain old milk into a fizzy, tangy elixir known as kefir. Why should you be excited about these tiny wonders? Well, kefir is practically a superhero for your gut. It's chock full of probiotics, those friendly bacteria that make your digestive system do a happy dance. If you're a yogurt fan, think of kefir as its bubbly, probiotic-rich cousin. And here's the best part. These kefir grains are the gift that keeps on giving. When you're not using them, just pop them into a bit of milk in your fridge, and they'll patiently await your next batch. Taking a break from kefir? No worries. Dry those grains out, and they'll be ready and waiting when you decide to get back to your fermentation adventures. Number 4. Blackstrap molasses. This isn't your ordinary sweet syrup. It's a powerhouse of flavor and nutrition. It's what's left after sugar cane or sugar beets have done their thing in the sugar-making process. And believe me, it's a treasure trove of vitamins and minerals. Iron? Yep, it's got it. Calcium? Check. Magnesium? Absolutely. Blackstrap molasses brings all these goodies to the table. It's not just about sweetness. It's about adding depth and richness to your dishes. Imagine baking cookies and drizzling in some blackstrap molasses for that extra oomph of flavor. Creating a savory marinade, a touch of blackstrap molasses can balance the flavors beautifully. And the best part? It's like the ageless wonder of your pantry. Heat that bottle sealed, tucked away in a cool spot, and you've got a reliable, nutritious sweetening agent at your beck and call whenever culinary inspiration strikes. It's a secret weapon for adding both flavor and health benefits to your meals. Number 5 brings us to a kitchen superstar, nutritional yeast. Some call it nooch, and others just know it as that magical yellow flake that elevates your dishes to a whole new level. Now, if you're wondering what all the fuss is about, let me enlighten you. Nutritional yeast is a game changer, especially in the vegan community. It's not just about adding a cheesy essence to your food. It's a nutritional powerhouse too. Think of it as a goldmine for vitamin B12, a nutrient that can be a bit tricky to come by in a vegan diet. And let's be honest, a sprinkle of this goodness on your popcorn, salads, or pasta turns an ordinary meal into something extraordinary. Plus, since it's dried, it's your culinary buddy that won't bail on you anytime soon. Number 6. Popcorn kernels. Let's set something straight right away. Forget those convenient microwavable popcorn bags for a moment. If you're looking for the real popcorn experience, you've got to get cozy with the raw, untouched kernels. These little guys are a testament to the saying good things come in small packages. Making popcorn from scratch is not just about snacking. It's a full-blown event. The excitement of hearing those kernels pop, the aroma that fills your home, and the endless flavor possibilities. It's a treat for your senses. From a health perspective, starting with these kernels is a win. You're indulging in a whole grain, and the power to season is entirely in your hands. Feeling classic with a touch of salt? Or perhaps you're in the mood for a sweet adventure with some caramel drizzle? Your kitchen, your rules. And here's the kicker. These kernels are pretty low maintenance. Just stash them away in a cool, dark place in a sealed container, and they'll patiently wait for their moment to shine, which could be years. Number 7. Split peas. You might be wondering, what's the fuss about these little guys? Well, let me paint you a cozy picture. It's a chilly day, maybe even snowing, and all you crave is something warm and comforting. That's where split pea soup swoops in. It's thick, savory, and it practically screams home. Split peas aren't just nostalgia for Grandma's kitchen, they're nutritional powerhouses too. These legumes are like the quiet achievers, loaded with protein and fiber without making a big fuss. And if you're all about convenience, you're in luck because split peas don't demand the overnight soak that many of their bean cousins do. Soup isn't the only game they excel in. Think sides, dips, and yes, even hummus. Plus, if you like planning ahead, split peas have got your back with their remarkable shelf life. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Try both green and yellow split peas. They're like culinary siblings, similar, yet each with its unique personality. Number 8 brings us to black garlic. If you're imagining a garlic clove with a superhero cape, you're not far off. Picture this. Regular garlic goes on a spa retreat, and after some weeks of aging and relaxation, it emerges as black garlic, softer, sweeter, and with a personality transformation. Instead of that pungent kick, you get this beautiful symphony of sweet meeting tangy. And if you're on the hunt for antioxidants, black garlic is packed with them. Consider it garlic 2.0, an upgraded version in terms of flavor, texture, and longevity. Store it under the right conditions, and it's more patient than its fresher counterpart, waiting gracefully in your pantry. Number 9. Honey. It's not just any sweet, sticky substance. It's like nature's liquid gold. Think of it as sweetness with a purpose. Not only does honey drizzle onto our pancakes and swirl into our teas, but it also carries with it a slice of history and a touch of magic. I mean, which other sweetener can claim they've been around? Still as good as new, since the times of ancient Egypt. That's some impressive longevity. But wait, there's more. When you're not using honey to sweeten the pot, it's doubling up as a home remedy. It's a balm for burns, a soother for sore throats, and a fighter against bacteria. And for those moments when you open the jar and find it's gone a bit grainy or solid, don't even think about tossing it out. A warm bath for the jar, of course, and your honey will be back to its luscious golden self. It's a sweet treasure in your pantry that offers both flavor and healing properties. And now let's give a standing ovation to number 10, canned meats. But before we dive into the meaty details, let's clear something up. When we say canned meats, We're not just talking about your run-of-the-mill tuna or the occasional sardines. No, my friend, we're venturing into a pantry wonderland of meaty choices. Ever had that sudden hankering for chicken or ham, but the thought of preparing and cooking fresh meat feels like a mountain to climb? Well, that's where canned meats step in as your trusty sidekicks. They're like culinary backups, always on standby, ensuring you never have to compromise on flavor, protein, or convenience. Picture this. It's a chaotic day, or maybe you're in the middle of a power outage, or perhaps you're out camping, and the idea of a hot meal seems like a distant dream. That's when these cans swoop in like superheroes to save the day. Beyond their convenience factor, canned meats are like the wise elders of your pantry, boasting a shelf life that guarantees they'll be ready for action, whether that's now or a few years down the line. Whether you're sprucing up your salads, creating scrumptious sandwiches, or going for a classic tuna melt, these canned meats are your trusty companions, proving time and again why they deserve the #1 spot in your pantry. All right, folks, there you have it, the top 10 must-have foods to ensure you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. The times ahead may be uncertain, but with the right preparation and these delicious essentials, you can face them with confidence and culinary delight. So stock up and stay ready for whatever culinary adventures lie ahead.